Hello everyone, how are you today? It's a beautiful day and it's Friday. We've always looked forward to having our Friday when we have to spend our weekend with our parents. Okay, so what I've decided to do today, as you can see, the book is almost finished. So teacher want to make sure that all that you haven't covered in the past, as I've observed lately, I have to go back and make sure I take my time to explain better to you guys. So today I'm taking you back to your student book, back to page 18. So if you're reading from your book, then you have to go back to page 18. I want us to do the listen and review exercise one more time so that I can have time to explain to you the grammar that is connected to this particular exercise. But with that said though, I'm just doing this for the sake of it. I'll be waiting until we finish the book, and I have to go back and take it all the way. So every unit we do, you have to look at the grammar aspect so you can understand exactly the things that we're supposed to be, or you're supposed to know, the reason for teaching you that particular unit. Okay? So we'll be going back to page 18 of our student book, and I'll be playing you CD 150. So let's go there and listen carefully. You can be able to do the exercise.
Track 50, Units 1 and Track 50, Units 1 and 2. Listen and review. Units 1 and 2. Listen and review. A. Listen and circle. Number 1.
What does he have? He has some string.
Number 2.
Do they have any colored pencils? No, they don't. They have some staplers.
51. B. Listen and circle. Number 1.
She was at the bookstore yesterday.
Number 2.
She is at the airport today.
52. C. Listen and number. Number 1.
Where was he? He was in the auditorium.
Number 2.
Where was she? She was in the classroom.
Number 3.
Where was he? He was on the stairs.
Number 4.
Where were they? They were in the restroom.
Number 5.
Was she in the computer lab? Yes, she was.
Number 6.
Was he in the restroom? No, he wasn't. He was in the hallway.
25. Units 3. Units 3 and 4. Listen and review. A. Listen and circle. Number 1.
Where's the scooter? It's in the garage.
Number 2.
Where's the snowboard? It's in the kitchen.
Number 3.
Are the ice skates in the dining room? No, they aren't. They're in the bedroom.
Number 4.
Are the skis in the living room? Yes, they are.
26. B. Listen and number. Number 1.
What is he wearing? He's wearing jeans.
Number 2.
What is she wearing? She's wearing pajamas.
Number 3.
What are they wearing? They're wearing the same skirts.
Number 4.
What are they wearing? They're wearing different shirts.
50.
I think we have to leave it there for today, even though the video was not well arranged the way I wanted it. I first played you page 18, CD 51 to CD 50 to 52, and after that I had to play you CD 225, which is page 36, but I was carried away, so I didn't arrange them first before trying to video to capture it, but that's okay. So, but the reason I had to go back again is to tell you, especially Unit 1 and 2, when they talked about was and is. So I will be teaching you because I've taught you before about simple past tense, and I want to make a reference to that in class today. So that's why I had to go back to play you this one, so you know when we have to use was and when we have to use is. You have to know that anything that is done in the past and finished in the past, we do what? We use our simple past tense. And when they are in the present, it's different. So we'll talk about simple present tense and simple past tense. Okay? So, but with that said, when you finish, although you've done this before, I just want to make sure we do it together again one more time. We review, I ask you a couple of questions and see if you really understand the meaning or the difference between simple past and the present simple. Then when you finish with that, you also have to check your page 36. I will have to do the review. Also unit 3 to 4, listen and review. So we'll look at that together also in class when they talk about the things they were wearing. They were wearing different shirts, the same skirts and all that. But today I've decided to take you to what we call the nouns. A noun is different from a verb. These are all called parts of speech. Okay? A noun is a name of a thing, or a person, or animal, or place. But a verb is the doing thing, the things that we usually do. So there are two different things. So you have to understand what your verb is, and you know the verbs comes in different forms. You have the base form, you have the simple past, you have the past participle, you also have the present participle. So they have 4 different forms, okay? And all these verbs too, we have to learn how to make them plural, how to add the S or ES or IES form of them, because we'll use them especially in our simple present tense. When we have the subject pronouns like he, she, it, we have to make plural of our verbs. So we have to learn how to make plural for our verbs because they come in different forms. And because of the way the words are and maybe what ends the word, we have to change the way we do the spelling, okay, for the plural. So, but I think it's going to be cool if I have to use the noun to explain most of that to you. So let's go to the boardwork section where I'm going to explain to you further about noun. We have countable nouns and non-countable nouns. The countable nouns are those nouns that we can count, like your pen, like your pencil, like your book, we can count them. But there are some you cannot count, like rice, like cake, like fat, like sugar, So those ones we cannot count, like coffee. So all that, to be looking at them. And when you want to form the singular and plural, there are tricks and tips you need to know to be able to help you to do that. Okay, let's go take a look. So as you can see here, we've got our nouns, okay? So a noun is the name of a person, animal, place, or thing. Example of a person is John. Okay? Example of animal is dog. Example of a place is kitchen. Could be your toilet, could be Siem Reap, could be China. These are places. An example of a thing is what? A thing like pen, like desk. Okay? Like chair. There are so many, like television. Anything you can, that's why we have to use ... which means etc, etc, etc. That means there are a lot of them. We cannot mention all the nouns here. So this is just few examples. So we have count nouns and non-count nouns. These count nouns, we call them countable nouns, the ones we can count. And non-count nouns means the ones we cannot count. Okay? So countable nouns are nouns that we can count. Example, book, chair, pencil. Non-countable nouns are those nouns we cannot count. Examples, rice, milk, sugar, coffee, etc. So there are a lot of them. Some words can be countable nouns or non-countable nouns. The word is the same, but the meaning is different. I'll give you some examples. Here we have non-count example sentences. Here we have chicken is delicious. See, here is non-countable. So chicken here, even though it can be counted, but in this sentence, it is a non-countable noun. Chicken is delicious. Because chicken means all the chickens, no matter where the type or where it is, or it is delicious. So we use is delicious. Then let's watch TV. Here, TV is not countable. It's not something we're counting. So let's watch TV. So that's what they say here. The word is the same, but the meaning is different. It's the same TV. Here, it is not countable now. It's the same chicken. Here, it is not countable now. The sun provides light. The sun that shines in the morning, it provides sunshine for us. So it provides light. That sunshine is called light, just like your electricity. So we can see in the afternoon, but at night we cannot see. It's the sun that provides the light. So here the light is a non-countable. But also in these sentences, we see the same words here, nouns here, acting as a non-countable, as a countable nouns. For example, I bought 2 chickens. See, here now it's acting as a countable noun because that's why we have to put S to the chicken and it becomes chickens. We have 3 TVs in our house. Now the television here that wasn't countable now becomes countable here. And it's the same television with S. It's too bright here. Turn off some of the lights. So the light too that wasn't countable here can also be countable here. We'll have to add S to it. So you see, English is so deep that all students need to do is to try as much as possible to pay attention when they are in class, okay? So that will help them to be able to understand some of these things because they are tricky. So all you need to do is what? Just be attentive in class and take your studies very seriously, okay? So I'm going to send this to you to copy with from time to time. I have some couple of nouns, singular and plural, that I'll be looking at, okay? So so doing, it helps you. For example, you can see here, have singular and plural, have car, cars, book, books, pencil, pencils. See, we use S to form the plural of these nouns. But when it comes to this place, you have box, it changes to boxes. Then we have to put ES and not just S. And why? Because the noun ends here with an S. So here we have boy, we have boys. Here we just put S. But here we have lady, and here instead of putting S, we have to remove the Y and put IES. Why was that? Because here we've got boy, here you have O, which is a vowel. You remember your vowels, A, E, I, O, U. Because the alphabet before the Y is a vowel, that is why we put S to form the plural. But if the alphabet before the Y is a consonant, D is a consonant. Consonant means if you take away the 5 vowels from the 26 alphabets, so the remaining letters you have or alphabet are called consonants. So D is a consonant. And that is why we have to remove the Y when we're forming the plural for lady, and we put what? IES. We change that Y to I and add ES, becomes ladies. Also, some nouns are also irregular, just like we have irregular verbs. So like fish is fish, not fishes. Fish is fish, okay? So there are a lot of them. We have to be looking at them from time to time. So I think that is going to be all about it for today. And the teacher will be sending across this note for you to copy, and then some exercise we have to do in the classroom from time to time. Like I said before, we have to be taking on each and every one of them so it doesn't get too much for you to handle. Okay? So be good to your parents, and it's nice, always great to have you here with me. So you have a lovely weekend ahead of you. See you when you see me. This is going to be the end of the class for today. Bye, yeah.